What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So guys, we're back with some Payday 3 Dirty Ice Overkill Solo Stealth with Mask. And also in this video I will be taking all the loot in the VIP room and also from the vault. I won't be taking the loot from the main showroom. If you want to do this, you can do this by definitely lowering the blinds in the beginning. You can lower the blinds by pressing the small white button next to each window. But like I said, I will only be doing the VIP room and the vault. First thing that I do is I go to the head guard. I think he's always on the left side over here. I place a micro camera on his back. And we do this because then we can kind of track him at all times. And this will be very useful towards the end of the mission. Then we need to find a phone so that we can get a QR code. First possible location is over here on the left side of the car. Second location is over there on the other side of this fence. It's basically like on a wooden box. You can walk all the way around or you can just pick the lock of that fence. Then when you have a QR code, you can enter the building from the back or from the side, and this way you can access the office area and later on also the VIP area or the VIP showroom. When you enter, first door on the left is the manager's office. First of all, there will be a phone somewhere. So just look around with a QR code, which we will need for the VIP room. Hack the PC, and then in one of the emails you will find the basement code. It can first of all be on the whiteboard in the break room. By the way, the guard that was patrolling over there, he can also have the blue key card. If he has it, grab it. In my case, you can read in this email that the basement code is in the VIP room. And then the third possible location is in the main showroom, so the public area. And it's the employee ID of the manager, which you can just find on a picture on the wall. So for the VIP room, it's basically on this island or table in the middle, and it's written in a notepad. So just be careful for the camera, just be careful for the civilian that's hanging around. You don't want him to see you because it's a secure area, but the code will just be written in a notepad. So in my case, it's 3371. So the next thing that we then have to do is go to the basement and open it with this code that we just found. By the way, I also just want to mention that I also have a guide on Dirty Ice on normal mode. If it's your first time doing this mission in stealth, I really recommend that you watch that first. Try to do it in normal mode, and then it will be a lot easier to do it in Overkill. But I have to say it's pretty similar, so if you want, you can also just try it immediately in Overkill. But in the normal video, I actually explain a bit more, and I do it, I think, also a bit slower. You can watch it by clicking top right now, or also the top link in the description. When you're in the basement, first of all, the guard might be carrying the red keycard, so if that's the case, make sure to grab it. The red keycard, by the way, we need it to open the vault. And then in the basement, there is two things that we're gonna do. First of all, there is a switch in the door over here on the right that we're gonna switch off to turn off the alarm of the display cases of the jewelry in the VIP room. And then the second thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna take out the guard in the security room, which is watching the camera footage, so that we can disable all of the cameras. Now in this room over here, there's also a safe. In the safe, you can also find the red key card. Besides this, in this safe, there's also some documents, but in Overkill mode, to be honest, I don't use these, so just turn off the switch and then you can exit the room. The reason why I don't use these documents in Overkill mode is because normally you use them to blackmail the manager, but I think in Overkill mode, the manager leaves much faster, and after she leaves, you cannot really do this part of the mission anymore. So we're just gonna do it without. But if you watch my video in normal mode, you will see what I mean about the part with the documents. But it doesn't really matter that much. So the second thing is going to this room, so the security room, and then masking up and then taking out this guy. And after this moment, you don't have to worry about cameras anymore, but you do have to worry about civilians because we're now masked up, so they cannot see us anymore. I also read a method in my comment section, by the way, where you just distract this guard and you don't have to kill him, and then this way the cameras will also be disabled, and you can distract him by throwing a bag next to him, so a bag of loot or a knife. So if you do this, you don't have to answer the radio and you can actually kill another guard somewhere else during the mission. Now, I'm not sure if this method works in a secure area. I think it only works in a private area. To be honest, I haven't tried it. But if it does work in a secure area, you can also do this in this mission. And then you can kill another guard, which will make it easier to take out all of the loot, for example. But to be honest, I did it without, and it wasn't really necessary. So when you return from the basement, you can now open the display cases. You should tie up, of course, the civilian in the showroom, because you don't want him to annoy you. I do it behind this table or island, because sometimes the head guard, or actually most of the time the head guard, will also enter the VIP room. And then if you place the civilian there, he won't be able to see it. If you have quick fingers, you will be able to open all of the display cases much faster, so I really recommend that you use this, but it's not really necessary. In principle, you can do this mission in overkill mode without anything, without any skill. The only thing that you really need is a gun with a suppressor maybe, but even that you don't need, because if you want to take out the guards, you can also just take them down by strangling them. Then you can start to take the loot in the VIP room, which you don't really need to carry, so the small things. To be honest, these are not worth that much, but it's just free money, so why not take them, of course. Then what I really recommend is that you, of course, use the micro camera, which I showed in the beginning, and occasionally check what the head guard is doing, because you definitely don't want him to see you, because as you guys know, he has a infinite amount of radio spawns. Then for the vault, you will have to take a civilian and bring him to the manager's office, because to open the vault, it's a two-person system. So first of all, what you have to do is you have to shove a civilian in front of this red button. They will press it, and then in a few seconds of time, you will have to use the red key card next to the vault door, and then the vault will open. So over here I was too slow, so I had to do it again. Of course, just make sure that in the hallway there is no guards, because again, you don't want anyone to see you right now. So he presses it, and then you have just a couple of seconds of time to use the red key card, and then the vault is open. Then this civilian, I wouldn't let him in the office, because sometimes there is also a regular guard patrolling in the manager's office as well. So I would just recommend that you shove him in this restroom over here, and of course don't forget to tie him up. There is also a phone over here, by the way, but we don't need any other QR codes. But let's just say that you didn't find a QR code in the manager's office, you can also find it in this restroom. So then the last thing that we have to do for this mission is just gather all the loot. So first of all, the vault, of course, and then all of the things in the VIP room. And then we have to take everything one by one in the van. It sounds pretty easy, but with the head guard patrolling everywhere where you don't want him to be, you have to be really careful. And here it's very important that you have the micro camera on his back, so that you can watch all the time where he is, and so that you know when you can actually make the run for the van. So in the beginning, by the way, the head guard is always patrolling on the outside, but from the moment that you start looting in the VIP room, he will also come to the VIP room, and actually at the end, when you're about to leave, he will also start patrolling around the van itself. So it's really like he's gonna patrol where you don't want him to patrol. It's really annoying, and that's of course what makes the overkill mode that difficult. So what I did is, with all the loot, I just stashed it over here next to the civilian, so that the head guard couldn't see it when he entered the VIP room. And then after this, I took out everything one by one to the van, which is outside, and I just always looked on the camera footage where the guard was, and that's basically just how you have to do it. So you just have to be careful. Now, besides the guards in the security room, you can also take out another guard, so you can still answer one more radio. And I choose to take out the guard which is patrolling right near the van, and also on the inside of the building, because this guard is just the most annoying when you're taking out all of the loot. If you want, you can also choose another guard, but in my opinion, this is the best one. If you didn't take out the guard in the security room, obviously you can take out another guard as well, so two guards. This you can just choose yourself, but to be honest, the only one that is really annoying is the head guard, and this one you can sadly not take out. So then, just like I said, start taking all of the loot to the van be careful for the head guard, and that's pretty much the mission. Now, just as I was about to finish the mission, the head guard started patrolling towards the van as well. Then he saw the civilian that I tied up, and I had to kill him, but I was done anyway, so it didn't really matter. But just in case, it might be smart to tie up this civilian somewhere else. I tried one time hiding them behind the van. It didn't work because they see through it apparently. So maybe behind the garbage cans would be a smarter option. So guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments if you guys have any tips for me or for the other people watching this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, check out the Discord server in the description, and peace out, you guys.